Okay, says I'm connected to YouTube and Facebook. So hop on, say hi. I'll give it another 30 seconds or so. And then I'm going to get started. Okay, it's 8 o'clock. I'm going to get started. So when you hop on, just say hi and let me know you're here. Okay? Just to let you know, Stampin' Up! Came out with a advent calendar. It's 12 days of crafting, and it is $99. Um, and it's 12 days of crafting. A stamp set comes with it, and then it's like a box, and you open it up, and it has all your drawers in. And behind each of these drawers is either stamps, embellishments, paper, or dies. And it's an all occasion product. It's not related to Christmas. If you notice some of the picture paper in here, most of it, I don't even think any of it is Christmas the way it looks. So if you have any questions, it's while supplies last. So you want to make sure if you're interested, you want to get that. Um, this is how it opens. This is what it looks like. It's on the front. Oh, I guess it would help to put you down here. This is what it looks like when you get it, okay? This is what it looks like when it's open. And each of these boxes that has numbers on is your 12 days of Christmas. And in each of those boxes, they're either dies, stamps, paper, embellishments. Okay. So it's $99. And the order started on September 23rd. But if you're interested and you want more information, let me know. I will be glad to answer them for you. Don't forget the starter kit for the month of October starts October 1st. You can get $125 for $35 plus tax, or you can get $189 for $99 plus tax. And you don't have to do this as a business. You can order the product so you have new product in your hand, and that's it. You don't have to do anything after that. If you are interested in continuing then and being a demonstrator, then you could be a hobby demonstrator and not hold classes, videos, or anything like that, but you still want to get the product. Then you would need $300 every quarter. Okay, so if you don't want to do it all one time, then order 100 each month, and then you'll be good. Any questions? Let me know. Would love to have you on my team, Deb's Creative Crew. So just let me know if you have any questions. And if you're not working with the current demonstrator and would like to have the copy of the catalogs, I will send them to you. Tonight I am making cards using Traditions of Christmas. Okay. I only bought um, the designer series paper and the real red. Is that real red? Yeah, real red ribbon. I did not buy any of the dies or any of the stamp sets. I didn't buy the gems, but I'm going to create just using the DSP tonight and the verbiage from other sets. I'm going to show you the paper. It's 12 by 12. You get 6 designs, 2 of each. So you have that one, and that's the back side. And you have this, and it has gold in it, just so you know. And that's the back side. Back side. This is very pretty in person. Very, very pretty. And then the last one. You see the gold in there? There you go. Okay, so that is the paper. So now we're going to make cards. First one is this one here. All of the verbiage I am using is greetings from you, mix and match, ephemera pack. Okay, they are gold, and I used them the other night. And you get 6 sheets, 2 of each verbiage. Okay, so I punched them all out, and and separated by the word. Okay, season's greetings, happy Christmas, Merry Christmas, 'tis the season, from our house to yours, merry and bright, and joy. Okay, so we're going to be using those tonight. It was so much easier, they kept falling out of the packs, so I just punched them all out. Okay, this is what we're going to be using. Okay, basic white, 8.5 by 5.5. We're going to score at 4.25. Bone folder. Okay. This is cherry cobbler, and the colors in this paper is cherry cobbler, old olive, pool party, real red, secret sea, and gold. This is 4 by 5.25. Cherry cobbler. Then I went ahead and I'm using a different paper tonight instead of this one. And I'm using Pool Party cardstock. This is 3/4 by 4. I'm sorry, yeah, by 5. 3/4 by 5. This piece is 5 by 2.25. Okay, that's going to go there. This will go right next to it. And then this piece is gold, is 3/4 by 5. Okay, so I'm going to put the glue on these first, just along the line of the top here. And I am going to put the Pool Party on top of the gold. Like so. And then I'm going to add this to this. And I'm going to do the same thing. Put glue, run it at the top of that one. And then lay my paper on top of that and make sure it's even. Like so. And then that gets adhered to there. And that's going to go up there. Like so. Okay. I went ahead and cut one of the flowers from the same paper, paper. It's this one right here. I'm going to put that on the corner here. And then I took the Merry Christmas, and that's just going to get glued here. So put some glue on there. Lay that there. Get a dimensional. I got to put an order in. I need to get a dimensionals. I don't have the big ones. Yeah, I'm going to put that kind of like that. Okay. And then that's going to go on the front of our card. And there you have our first card. Same, these packet, oh wait, I am using some snowflakes, frosted snow, hi Linda, welcome. Frosted snowflakes. And I'm using the dark cherry cobbler, I think they are. And we'll get our, put one here. Put one there. And we'll put one down here. And there you have the first card. Okay. On the second card is this one here. And I fussy cut that. That is on one of the papers. You can either have the pool party or the cherry cobbler. And you'll see the cherry cobbler on one of the cards that I'm doing. So, and then you have that. Okay. Cherry cobbler, 8.5 by 5.5. You're going to score that at 4.25. Basic white. And this is 4 by 5.25. Then you need 4 strips of Designer Series paper. And I'm using the back side of this one here, okay? You will need 2 at 1 inch and 2 3/4. And you need 2 1 inch by 4, okay? And then we're just gonna, before we even glue them together, we're gonna lay these down like so, okay? Because you want to try to get the same amount of in between, okay? So let me start over here. And we're going to put this down. I'm not going to push it down yet. I'm going to put this one on. Line it up to the edge of that one. And then this one. And then this one. Okay. We have that. Then I took a piece of Pool Party, and that is 1 3/4 by 3. No, it's not. 2 7/8 by 1 5/8. And that's going to go in the middle. Okay. And the reason why I chose Pool Party is because that's the flower that's in that I'm using. That's the color that's, I'm sorry, I'm using the red one. The cherry cobbler. I thought I picked the Pool Party. That's okay. It'll still look right. Has a Pool Party bow. I thought I cut the same one out. I'm just going to add a couple of dimensionals. Linda, it looks like you're the only one on right now. That's going to go in the middle, like so. And then that's going to go on the front of our card. And I don't have a piece of white for the inside. And I choose Merry Christmas for this one. And I think I'm going to lay it right up there. Like so. And that's card number 2. The next one is this one here. And I chose, I think I got my flowers mixed up. That's okay. I'm using the Pool Party. 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4.25. 4 by 5.25 for the inside. Okay. I went ahead and embossed this with, let me get the Peaceful Greenery. Okay. And that goes with, oh, oops, Peace on Earth. And what I did was I embossed it, and then the middle is not embossed. It's shaped like this. Okay. And that's where this came from. And that's going to go in the center there. So let's build this up. I'm going to put glue on here. And we're going to put that in the middle there. And we're going to put some dimensionals on this one. And we're going to put that off to the side, like so. I did Season's Greetings, and I did it in real cherry cobbler to match the bow. And that's just going to get glued down. I forgot to put gems on this one. Let me put them on then. And then I'm just going to lay that right like that. That goes on the front. Like so. And then the gems. And I put, might as well put them on here while I'm thinking of it. Okay. And then on this one. And there you have card number 3. Card number 4 is this one here. And I'm going to show you how I did the joy, okay? 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4.25. I went ahead and embossed my 4 by 5.25 basic white with the exposed brick 3D embossing folder. Okay, that will get laid there. This is Everyday Arches. I did one in cherry cobbler, one in gold, and one in basic white. One right after that. This would be the, I think it's the 3rd, 4th, and 5th one I used. That will go there. And then I fussy cut this out. That will go here. I don't know why I have Season's Greetings there. And Joy. Now I'm going to show you what I did to Joy. I took my cherry cobbler marker. Was it marker? Yeah, was marker. I think, because I think my cherry cobbler, yeah, that was all messed up. Okay. And I am gonna just go over the whole thing and color in where the white is. I'm not worried about going over the gold because that will get wiped off. And I don't think I have a paper towel here. Hold on a second. I'm coming. Okay, and then you're going to take a Kleenex or a paper towel and you're going to rub over the joy. That is taking the ink off that I went over the top of it. But you want to be careful that you don't tear it. And there you have the joy with cherry cobbler background. Okay, let's put this card together. Season's Greetings. I don't need that. Alright. I'm going to put this on allow. And that piece is 4 by 5 1/4. And like I said, I used the exposed brick 3D embossing folder. And then I'm going to glue these together. This is gold. Okay. And this is my basic white. Like so. And then my joy gets like that. I have it up pretty far so my flowers will fit. So we're just gonna, you know what? This joy has adhesive on the back. I completely forgot about that. This is included that ephemera pack that I just showed you. Okay. So we're gonna put that about right there. Yep, looks good. That will get right here. So we can put that on a while. And then we're going to put dimensionals on here. Okay. And then it's going to go like this at the bottom. And then we're going to bring in our gems. Put our gems on. And that's card number 4. Okay. So then I thought, you know what? How about making a card on the fly? I had all this stuff left over. And I thought, why not bring it and make a card? Okay. So these are all the different things I cut and had left over from the papers. So I picked this here, and I even had a piece that was already embossed. I had these green circles. So now we're going to get and make something. Okay. So, and I had this already fussy cut, but instead of leaving this white, I used my Pool Party dark blend, okay, to color them in. But I wasn't sure what color I want to use. I'm using this side on the exposed brick, I think. Or I could use this side and put it on old olive. And then the flowers. And then this would go something like that with the flowers. Or it could be the other way on here. I kind of like it with that. What do you think? think, Linda? Should I keep the cherry cobbler and keep the green paper? Cherry cobbler, or the old olive, and turn the green around with the red, like so. I think I like the green. I mean, I think I like this with the green. Yeah, I think I'm going to use that. So let's glue this piece down. Okay. And then this is for the inside, and that's 4 by 5 1/4, same as the other one that I embossed. This piece is 2 by 5 1/4. That's going on the front. So it would be end to end. Leave it a little bit of white on the side. Okay. Gonna pop these up. And I'm gonna put that right about there. And then this is gonna be offset. So Merry Christmas with an offset circle. And this just gets glued down. And that's gonna go like there. And then I'll bring in my gems. And we'll put some on them. One there. One there. And one there. Okay. That's what I have for you tonight. An extra card. There you go. So, thank you for joining me. If you have any questions, let me know. I'll be glad to respond back to you. Thank you for joining me. I will be back Wednesday, and it will be a Halloween scrapbook page. Friday will be Halloween cards, and Monday will be Halloween treats. And then after that, I might have a Halloween sampler, but I'm not sure yet. So that'll probably be the following Friday. So, all right. I will be back here on Wednesday for Scrapbooking Wednesday. Thank you for joining me.